Hello, how are you? My name is Elizabeth. Welcome to my channel. Here I do things a little bit differently. I just do it however it flows. I just seem to go it's the way it flows. So, without further ado, let's jump in it and see what's going on with you. What deck shall we use? I do feel like maybe we should do the Architect. Kim Crans like this deck very much so. So right off the gate, this energy feels very like informative. Like I'm picking up on an energy where someone's either researching or they have some kind of information here. It's like they're starting to connect the dots to something, or they're trying to connect the dots. Let's see. Spirit messages for the best and highest good of my viewer. What is going on with my viewer, please? We'd like to thank you ahead of time for the messages that we received during this reading. Dantos. Uh-oh. Caught up in a web, are we? This is like the past. And like I was saying just a minute ago, I was feeling like we were making some kind of connection. So like we're weaving some kind of web here. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. I need to scoot this back. I feel like I banged my head on it. Definitely, there's a lot going on here. To say the least. I'm seeing a foot. I'm seeing hands. Somebody's in a mangled mess here. So you could be struggling with something that you're trying to make sense of. We have the thread in the reverse. There's that connection I was talking about. Aletheia. This is the balance, you know. This is about bringing things to light that needs the light shown on it. And this is also about bringing something from the dark into the light so the light can be shown on it, obviously. But this is about having that balance. And for some reason, there's an imbalance going on. And that's the reason why we're trying to connect the dots here. We're trying to see the thread. The thread is like the missing length. I was trying to say link, and length came out. So maybe there's a distance. I kind of feel like maybe you're trying to make it to a particular point, a particular destination, and unable to make it to that destination because there's something you're not seeing. You're not seeing something fully, but you're trying to create something. So the web is to catch. You know, that's the point of the web. And if you're not careful, the web we can sometimes get caught up in our own web making, that we're too busy trying to make sure that it's perfect, that we don't realize that we've already caught something in that web. You know, it takes time, it takes practice to develop the ability to be able to create certain this does feel like it's an environment. Could be a connection with someone else. It's like we're trying. It doesn't feel like it's nefarious. It just feels like we're trying to catch something, some kind of missing information, and we're needing to think outside the box with this is Aletheia. It's really needing to kind of go into the depth or into the dark to be able to bring something into the light. So I'm feeling like, I really do feel like it's the need to go to the dark to bring it to light. I mean, that's what I just said, but that's really what it feels like. Planetary alignment could have something to do with it. could be needing to wait till after Mercury retrograde. And just so you know, when it's Mercury retrograde, it's really not going backwards. The planet's not going backwards. It's just slowing down, and it almost looks like it's at a standstill because of where the Earth is in the rotation around it. But there's some kind of alignment that needs to go on. Scorpio, I'm seeing Scorpio here. They really pointed that out. But there's a misalignment because this is in the reverse. So the alignment would take place, obviously, when we are able to find the missing link. So I kind of feel like there's like a patch missing out of this Thanatos, out of the web. I keep hearing web of lies. You could have been misinformed. You could have came upon some kind of information that was incorrect. You could have been misinformed, and that's why you're not able to make the connection in order to bring this to light, so that things can be put back in proper alignment, so that you can be the prayer. The prayer. This is really needing to seek for guidance. So there's something that you wish for, there's something that you asked for, there's something that you desire that is meant for you. Okay? But you're unaligned with it. It's like you're not aligned with it at this point because of something that you've been I almost said misrepresented. So maybe you could have misrepresented yourself in some situation. Or someone could be misrepresenting you. And that's my child. There's definitely not able to grasp. I feel like I'm not able to grasp the truth in the situation because I'm not understanding that I'm missing some kind of information. That's what this feels like. I've asked for something and I'm unable to attain it because of there's like a missing link. And now they're pointing out, and I've said this before, like there's something on the top shelf and you don't have a ladder and it's a shelf way up high and you have no way of getting upstairs, no nothing. Okay, so the room's empty. And you're reaching and reaching and reaching to try to reach whatever this shelf is and you can't reach it. It doesn't matter which angle you come at. It doesn't matter what you do. That's the thread in the reverse. That's what this is. No matter what you do, no matter what angle you come at it, you can't, you're unable to reach what is on that shelf. And it has to do with you being misinformed. You do have a trickster, somebody in your energy. Yeah, you were tricked in some way. Let's pull some tarot. Let's see. How is my viewer tricked here? Let me tell me. How's my viewer tricked in this situation? In what way? A Queen of Wands. You lacked confidence in yourself. You lacked confidence in your ability to go at something alone. See, now, when a spider makes their web, they're not worried about what every other spider and what their web looks like. And you can always tell a younger spider from an older spider because of the beauty of the web, right? If you notice, this one's all discombobulated in areas, a little wide in other areas. But once again, that comes back to that experience. And I feel like that Queen of Wands is saying definitely about experience because she's experienced. She's got experience. She knows where to direct her passion. So I feel like it was a lack of confidence in the self, but you're realizing that. So why the thread in the reverse, and why are we not missing? Oh, okay. This is probably just confirmation. Then you're working through this. You're going to be able to make the connection. Just continue, doing your research, I feel it's going to take time. The Eight of Pentacles. This is something that's going to take time. It's like you could have lost confidence in your ability to do something for a while. It took a while for you to lose that confidence, just like it's going to take a while for you to be able to build that confidence. And I feel like you are working towards being able to build up that confidence to where you can figure things out for yourself, to put things back in alignment. But there's something that you're needing to get to the bottom of to understand it. We have the Two of Wands in the reverse with the Five of Swords in the reverse. The Two of Wands really is about unraveling. It's not, it's, see, because if you look at this, like postal diggers, and he's like got two options, two ways of maneuvering. He can just move one side and still close one side and still get the same effect, or he can do better and use both sides and you know, get the dirt out, or vice versa, just do this other side. So I feel like this is the release of the unknowing, or the dichotomy where we go back and forth in our mind, where we bounce things back and forth, that usually would involve causing internal conflict, but you're releasing that by releasing this two of Wands, no longer hanging on to it and just going for it. And that comes with time. That comes with confidence. This is going after whatever it is you're wanting without allowing the Five of Swords to create imbalances where you can't move forward. So it's like you're figuring out the missing links here. Link. Why do I keep saying links? I want to say link. I'm trying to say link. Maybe it's just a lisp. Kind of feel like it is, because I did burn my tongue yesterday with some tea. I like my tea hot, and it's a little too hot, obviously. This is something that you've been working on for a while. You are figuring it out, though. I feel like this reading is more for confirmation. It's not forward. Well, this is just to confirm to you that you're on the right path. You're bringing something into the light. You're shining a light on something, and you're seeing what's caused the misalignment with something that you truly wanted. Page of Cups. Kind of wearing rose-colored glasses there. We kind of, I kind of feel like with the Alethea in the Page of Cups, it's really showing me that really had our head in the clouds a little bit, but we only put a little bit of effort because we did lack confidence. But now we have confidence to pursue it, rather than sit around and daydream about it, because the Page is only going to sit around and daydream about it. The Queen's going to take action on that. This could be something from childhood, a childhood wound. This could also be something that you've really wanted from childhood, wanted to do. The Wheel of Fortune. It would make, see, and it's coming out with Anima Mundi. So that's really telling me that you really are focusing on bringing this into the surface. You're like really pulling hard on it. Whereas once before, you really didn't want to put a whole lot of effort into it because you were really unsure. You were really skeptical, kind of off-putting. It was you really wanted it, but you didn't really want to put the effort and the energy into it, because there was a skill mastery that needed to be developed. And that's something that takes time. It just doesn't happen overnight, right? And it was to make a major shift. So they're trying to create this connection with the web that we're weaving, where we didn't have the connection once before. And it has something to do with our luck, or our situation, our life. You know, it's big change, major change. See, because when you show up at the Wheel of Fortune with this deck, you kind of going up to a gypsy and you're saying, "Hey, take me for a spin. I put my life into your hands. Here you go. You tell me what I get in return." So it's like spinner of fate, spinner wheel, right? Chariot. It's because you truly do want to move forward. You truly do want to evolve. You truly do want to be in line with what it is that you want. And that's beautiful. Tell me about this prayer, please. You detached at some point. You kind of felt like someone, you put some doubt. You allowed doubts to creep in. You allowed pains of the past. I'm no different, okay? I've done it myself. Like per se with this YouTube channel, I've been talking about this for a while, okay? Like a long time. And I'm just now doing it. So it's something that takes time, but we have to learn to remove these swords, and sometimes that can be very difficult. And that's where we have to go to the depths, see what that originated from, bring those things to the surface so that they can be worked on with that Eight of Pentacles. So Star, it's meant for you. It's written in the stars. It's specifically designed especially for you. What it is you want, what it is you truly desire. It's about breaking free from the barriers or the chains that bind us, or breaking through that brick wall that we seem to always get our head right up against. We can never break through it. Why can't we break through it? Because of the amount of effort that we put into it. But now we're like, to hell with that. I'm going to get it. It's mine. She goes and gets it. She don't ask no questions. She doesn't wait around for somebody else to come and do it for her. She just does it. I'm saying she because it's depicted as a queen. You could be a masculine in queen energy. Not in a bad way. I'm just saying, not that it's a bad way. I don't know, I would say that, but whatever. Oh. It has to do with something that your sense of stability. It's bringing balance to your world. It's the missing link. So it's a missing link that's something that you've been really working for, that you really want, but you've been unaligned with it for some time now. And something's being brought to the surface. It has to do with your passion or your confidence. You're very passionate about it now, whereas before it was just a dream. It was just an idea, right? Our heart longed for it, but our mind and our body just wasn't getting in alignment. That's where the misalignment is coming in, okay? It's like unanswered prayers. Your prayers are being answered. It's like reaching for it and actually being able to obtain it. It's actually the actual prayer. It's actually asking for assistance. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong. Four of Wands, like I said, definitely you had to stabilize something within the self. Can I have some more on that? Just 1 second, please. Picking up on something here. You feel like you missed an opportunity in the past. You tried to do this once before. You tried to stabilize or bring your dream into your reality, and it didn't stick for some reason. There was a loss in it. It's been nagging. If you'll notice, she's nagging. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? It's been eating at you. And it's like you need to, this wounded you, this loss, this big loss. So it was with the Five of Cups, and it's right below the Five of Swords when I set it down in the reverse. It's really important that we focus our attention and pay attention to how big this loss was. Because if you notice, there's only 2 cups still sitting here. So it could have been a relationship. Didn't have to be. It could have been. It could have been just the relationship with the self, you know. Because we've got 3 spilt cups down here, and we're not trying to hear it at this point. At this point, it's just so much has happened, and we're not really wanting to feel this. right? So we spent a lot of time trying to stabilize from a sense of loss, something that we grieved. It's a grieving. So you've been grieving something for quite some time. And now you're making the connection between the two, how it has lowered your frequency. Six of Swords. Notice he's burning it down. Burn it down. This is after. This is like a tower moment that's already happened. The war's already happened. We've already got the Five of Swords, so you released it, right? We're releasing that, and now we're moving away from it. Well, this didn't work out. Well, maybe we can go over here and try to rebuild. Or build something new. It's not rebuild because we would have stood right there in the ashes, right? We're going to go over here and we're going to go find somewhere else where it's not so heavy. And it's not a constant reminder of what we lost. So maybe that's the key here, is to be able to move away from the constant need, the constant. So there's something that's in your environment that constantly reminds you of this loss. You're needing to free yourself from it, and that can be very, very difficult to do. And it could be the loss of a home. Here with the Four of Wands, that house on fire right there. Four of Wands is about stability. And you'll be able to obtain, and here's the thing, here's the beauty of it. Here's what you don't see. And here's what I see as a seer, truth teller, whatever you want to call it. What I see is you actually getting the dream home or the dream relationship or whatever you actually truly desire. It's going to be so much more than you actually anticipated. It's like it's going to mark off every mark on your checklist. And then some. You're going to be like adding some more, flipping the page over and adding more, and getting a whole new page because there's going to be so much more. Goosebumps. It's going to be added. It's going to be so much more than you actually anticipated. Maybe right now it doesn't feel like that. Maybe you've been in a place where you didn't feel like that because you've lost so much. And I do see a whole lot of loss here. Chariot with the right after the Wheel of Fortune. That is a big shift. That is a major shift. You go from two major cards right here. And they're talking about shifting this energy. You tell me that it's not going to make some major big shift and that it's not going to be something completely beautiful. And I'll tell you, you're a fool. Start that adventure. Start that adventure, please. Because that's the whole point. I mean, come on. It's not a fool in a bad way. I'm talking about fool in the tarot. I'd call you a fool, as in the tarot. Take that leap of faith. Go after it. Go see. The only way you're ever going to know is if you try. Judgment. You're being called to do it. You're being asked to step up. And whatever way you need to step up to bring this into to alignment, to bring this into your awareness so that you can balance this, so you can make sense of this. I believe I just said that. The Moon with the Nine of Cups. You're walking right into something you really, really, really want. You just got to make the connection. Why we weren't able to stabilize or keep this other foundation the way it needed to be, because it was not maintained or it was not built on solid ground. The ground was shaky. It cracked. The foundation cracked. The house started crumbling. The electrical caught on fire. The house went, okay? I'm hoping that's not the case for you. I'm just using the analogy, okay? But whatever this loss was, and it was a major, major loss, and it really disrupted your harmony. It really disrupted your sense of security. It like rocked you to the core. It shook the very ground you walked on. It could have been an earthquake. I don't know. But in any event, whatever it was, it really turned your world upside down. And this is about you needing or being able to actually make the connection now, where you haven't been able to see for yourself that the energy that you've been in has not been doing you very much justice. It's been actually holding you back. It's preventing you from moving forward. It's preventing you from actually going after the things that you want. It is what keeps you small. Where'd that Page of Cups go? It's what keeps you completely small. And that the tables have turned. You're no longer this. We don't need that. Bye. We're confident. We're assured. We're passion driven. We're going after what we want, and we're going to get it. And this is not a. It doesn't feel like a. I mean, I understand a lot of tarot readers associate this as a wounded warrior, blah 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 blah. But I don't feel that way. I don't feel like this is talking about the wounded parts of the self. This is healing those parts of the self so that we're actually able to reach out and obtain what it is we want. We're actually able to take one foot after another and make some movement, make some tracks here, and go get it. Reach out and take it. It's ours. It's yours for the taking. You just got to change that energy, make that energy shift from this low vibrational, woe is me, to a more happy, more passionate, more about the experience. Life is about experiencing it and enjoying it, finding the finer things in life. It's an adventure. It's not about feeling sorry for ourselves and, I mean, honey, I've done it for years. I don't do it anymore. I did it for years, I should say. I did it for years myself. I'm not pointing the finger at you and calling you out. I'm just saying, come on, rise above. Who's with me? Take that leap of faith. Please take that leap of faith. Just give it a try. Take one day at a time. One day at a time. If it's, I can guarantee you this much. If nothing else, you'll have a few good laughs. You'll have a few more experiences. And you'll have a little better understanding of yourself. And that in and of itself is a beautiful thing. So, if you like the way I read, please hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. And share. Or whatever. And until we meet again. Did I tell you my name's Elizabeth, by the way? I might not have told you that in the beginning. Anyways, hi, I'm Elizabeth. Bye. Toodaloo-loos, toodaloo-loos.